Right, time now for Joy News Interactive, and Aisha is here. Good evening to you, Aisha.
Welcome to the interactive segment on Joy News Prime. Your views, comments, and suggestions up in a bit on the most interactive segment on Joy News Prime. Now, join the conversation on facebook.com/Joy News on TV, on twitter.com@Joy News on TV, and on WhatsApp. The number is 0560-800,000. All right, so let's start with the good news. Ghana Water Company says customers can now pay their bills electronically. This means the process of manually reading meters will be a thing of the past. Now, clients can know their consumption instantly and make payments. Good news, right? What do you make of this?
As the saying goes.
I heard this morning, and I was also thinking how they were going to do it, but I heard they were going to start in Tema or somewhere like that. So, well, let's see how it goes. I wouldn't really conclude now until it comes out, and then we see how it goes.
I think the current one is the best. You know, the current one that they are doing now is the best. You move to the person's house, you check the meter, either the meter is, regulating well or doing what. Yeah. So for the prepaid, I don't agree with them.
I don't think it is a step in the right direction for now, since we are still struggling with the prepaid for the electricity. I don't think it is right in the right step for now, because considering the illiterates, it will be difficult for them to even understand. Me, a learned person, having a tough time understanding the prepaid of the electricity. Water company coming, I don't think it is a step. It's not now. Maybe just educate us on it. Maybe next year, God willing, then they'll do that.
Definitely, you would have to do certain things, and of late, we have a lot of people. You can't tell by the person's physical looks. Maybe the person has a disease. You might not even.
That's another thing.
Well, those were some comments from the public. Let's see what you're also saying on Facebook and on WhatsApp. Israel, let's start with Facebook.
Right, so what do you make of the decision by the Ghana Water Company to introduce prepaid water billing system? And Ernest says instead of chasing the big companies owing them money, they rather find ways to squeeze ordinary Ghanaian prepaid water. Usu Pounds telling says Apu Shakai, Africa corruption. Africa corruption, Ghana #1 Bakope. In this case, after this, then prepaid on roads. Ghana. Voto says it's a shame that we are taking this line. Water is a basic necessity like healthcare, and so people shouldn't be putting money on the table before they're given the service. Well, people getting the water, and what is the quality of water supplied? Ba says if only they have competent engineers to work on the meters, issues start to pop up. I have no problem. And if only they will make sure water reaches every Ghanaian home across the country, I have no problem too. I just need water to drink, cook, wash, and bathe. Well-treated water. Jarul says, I don't see how it's going to help the citizens of Ghana. For God's sake, water is a necessity, a basic need, which is critical for survival. I disagree with that, though. Schiffman says, I don't blame them. I blame the PRC for allowing them to cheat us all the time. We have to start drilling wells in our homes. Koto Nero says, there are a lot of new sites springing up, but this water company has got no brain to supply pipelines to those areas. The bosses are now in tanker business.
And on WhatsApp, Aziz Donla from WA says, PRC must be active and stop this back and forth. As for GWCL, we don't want to hear same story we are hearing from the ECG. You are saying, I think of late we have to undergo training before the implementation of any law. This is from Felix Akambon from Navrongo. This one says they don't look at how to bring up. You didn't finish typing your message. Please complete it and resend. This one is saying we have not finished with the ECG billing brouhaha. Ghana Water Company Limited should not give us another headache. This is from Abindao from Bibiani. Denyi from Halfasini says leadership failure, citizenship lawlessness, the bane of Ghana's development. This is from Denyi. And this is coming from Nkoko. You say, I don't second that cry. ECG is already killing us with prepaid, and now Ghana Water Poo, they are all stealers. This from Malik Martini from Nkoko. You are saying that early in the morning tomorrow, you would hear either Kufuor or Bawumia promising Ghanaians the NPP will do away with this when they unfortunately come to power. This is Berima Kwabaji from Jine. And you didn't add your name. I'm not sure I'm getting what you're trying to say. And this one says, I think it's good. Let's see if it will be effective as we think. This is from Isa, and you send the message from Teshi. Now, check out this. Controversial councillor Cyril George Lutrot has stated that there is nothing wrong with a lady dating more men because it is a form of capacity building. Hey, really? Well, he stressed that one must have a number of persons to study and select from among them which is the best for her. Hey, let's see what you've been saying on this matter.
I can't date so many men. The one I'm having is okay for me, so I can't date more than one man. I don't like, sometimes that man advice is very wrong. I can't take them.
No, it's not good. First, it's against my doctrine. And if you think of dating 2 or 3 guys, that will lead you into marriage. No, it's really a wrong thing, because both of them will be expecting something from you. And one, you are prone to diseases, and there will be a lot of problems that will come with it. So I think it's not advisable to go to whatever he wants ladies to do.
No, I'll never do that, because why will you date so many men? For me, the one I'm having is okay for me, so why should I go to the extent of dating many men just for building capacity? No, it's totally wrong. Because as a lady, you have to stick to one guy. What if you date so many guys and then you get infected to any diseases? What will you do?
Well, for me, I think it's totally wrong, because if you look at generation, when Adam and Eve were in the garden, is there any choice for Adam to make? God made them man and woman, and then there's no other woman too. So when Adam is looking for a choice instead of making a companionship, what do you make of that? So it can be equated to this place. You can't date more than 2 girls, or just because you want to make a choice, then you are making yourself a promiscuous person.
All right, so we posted this on Facebook.
This is why they're freelancing.
No, hold on. We posted this on Facebook. And what? It has 251 shares.
Already?
Already. No, but hold on. I don't think he really means bad. Essentially, he's saying, and really, it's something that women are doing. I mean, everybody's doing already.
So you're doing that?
No, hold on. Because you don't always marry the person you date or you ever date. Okay?
I mean, how do you say this? Some people marry the people they date.
Okay. Aisha, you didn't marry the person you dated.
Did I tell you that? Have I confessed to you?
Essentially, you meet somebody, I mean, things don't work out, you break up, you find somebody else.
Sometimes
eventually,
George doesn't communicate well. Otherwise, people will understand what he's trying to say. I get what he's trying to mean, that if you go out with this man
and it doesn't work out, you move on to another guy
until you find the one that perfectly suits you. But
that's
you see,
what he's saying.
He doesn't communicate well, so he gets people talking. So what are people talking about on social media?
So let's see.
Facebook?
Amma says, people don't seem to understand him. Dating doesn't mean sleep with whoever you date. Okay. So true, counselor. And Edward says, this guy will do anything to be popular. No matter how many men you date, all of them will show you what they want to show you. It's better to pray. God knows the heart of men. and he will help you choose the best for your future. Emmanuel says, Lutherot, are you born again and a true servant of Lord Jesus Christ? By your words, you are not qualified to be a reverend minister. Then he quotes scripture. And Bao Gucci says, 90% of the comments are from guys. And they are all outraged by this statement from Counselor. Don't vex. He's telling you what the ladies you are dating are already doing.
Let the ladies speak for themselves.
Keep on wasting your money on them. Achu Steven says, if you are in a relationship, you have to be serious. Why should you date more than a guy, whereas you know the guy you are dating is serious with you? What will happen if that serious guy gets to know that he is not the only guy? This counselor needs counseling. Essentially, the guy is just saying that, well, you try, it doesn't work out, you get another one, you try, keep on trying. But he's not saying that you should be sleeping with him.
Well, he didn't make that statement, but you see, he should have studied the trend before making such a comment. Okay, so let's see some messages coming. This is coming from Reagan Kokum. He says, the man is lying. There's nowhere in the Bible that a man or woman dated even two. And this and Danny from Half Asini says, this is absurd, weird, ungodly, ill-informed from him. He should know better. This one says, Ghanaians must get serious. We have a chunk of serious issues to deal with than waste time glorifying such comments. The so-called counselor can advise all his female siblings to date 1,000 men so that the repercussions are limited to his family. Let's discuss serious national issues because the man, I believe, needs prayers. Very makwaba jinji. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So sometimes we need to laugh over some of the issues. Cyril says, please check the meaning of dating. He doesn't mean going about sleeping with men here and there. Cyril is very okay. This comes from Leslie. He says Cyril is very right, and he's sending it from Pecky. This one says, so will she let them all know, or will she lie to all of them?
Well, I don't know how you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he wanted to say that you should date all of them at the same time. You get it? Probably he meant that you try this one, it doesn't work, you try another one. But his communication is a problem. And on that note, we enjoy News Interactive. See you same time tomorrow. Good night.
All right, but the comments are there on our Facebook page. You can go and get to read all of them. There are loads of comments on that note. Yes, indeed. We bring the bulletin to an end. But for more news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Israel Lion. Have a good night.
This is Joy News Prime.